What's good, YouTube? Journey with Different Gaming. Going to be bringing y'all a informative video. This is a video requested by a subscriber. You want to learn ritual beasts? Well, you come to the right person. Before I hop into the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get more videos like this and get notified when I go live. Also, check out my affiliate link in the description box below at Gym Accessories. Use different gaming underscore 202510 at checkout so you get 10% off the purchase. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. So, you wanna learn ritual beasts. Sit back, relax, grab a bag of popcorn or two, maybe even a drink, because I'm gonna take you in. So ritual beast is a win type strategy that uses the remove pile for its resource. Also, ritual beast gives you an extra normal summon, so you know that's where the 7 minute patty cake comes into play. The deck can main deck shifter, like before. The deck revolves around being removed from play. And you have tamers. Then you have the spiritual beasts. Then for the fusion monsters, they're a combination of both, which then they become ulti. So you see who that is on there? That's Elder. So, so Elder Canahawk makes ulti Canahawk. You make ulti Canahawk, Laura, and Apilio, you get ulti Gaia Apilio. And you have Petalfill, you have ulti Petalfill, ulti Apilio, Zephyr Wendy. Order to understand Ritual Beasts, you have to understand the cards themselves. So let's go through the cards real quick. So, uh, Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. He's the main man of the deck, main tamer, old man. Try to pass on his knowledge to the other tamers because they're young. But after you normal summon this card, you can normal summon one Ritual Beast monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summoner set. You only gain the effect once per turn, and you can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Elder once per turn. Now, for that last line, you can only special summon it once per turn. All the Ritual Beasts, including the Spiritual Beasts, which are counted as Ritual Beasts, they all can only be special summoned once per turn. If they were able to be special summoned multiple times, oh my god, it'll be terrible. This deck will get hit on a ban list so bad, so bad. So when this card is normal summoned, people like the Impermanent, people like the Valorant, um, you know, cards like that don't work on this card because it's not an activated effect. So when you normal summon Elder, it's already met its requirement. It's already normal summon. So if they imperm, you still get the normal summon after that. I'm gonna go through the OG tamers first before I hop into the new ones because you have to understand the OGs before you understand the new ones. Ritual Beast Tamer Laura. If this card is normal summon, you can target one Ritual Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So you're wondering, well, if the deck revolves around being removed from play, how do they get to the graveyard? We'll get to that in a minute. So, and again, special summon once per turn. Laura is good in the combo. Laura's great follow up. Ritual Beast Tamer Win. Win is the same as Laura, except it targets in banish pile. So when it's normal summon, you can target one of your banished Ritual Beast monsters, special summon. So say you're in a excuse me, say you're in advanced game state and you have Elder and Win in hand with say an Apelio. You can normal summon the Elder, normal summon the Win, and then Win special summon the target. So that gives you three bodies on board. Then to follow up, we have Spiritual Beast Tamer Wenda. Now, Wenda is the first tamer slash spiritual beast that counts as both names. So you say you open up Elder and Spiritual Beast Tamer Wenda. You can normal summon the Wenda after you normal summon the Elder because it counts as a spiritual beast and it counts as a tamer. So in the case you have Wenda and say an Apelio on board, you can still contact Fuse because this counts as a tamer. Then you have Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyr-Pilica. Zephyr-Pilica is the exact same as Laura, except it is a level 3 and it is a pendulum, and it is also included in the Zephyr archetype. So Zephyr Pelica, Laura, they do the same exact thing when they're normal summon. Target one another, target one ritual beast in the graveyard. Well, Zephyr Pelica, you can target Zephyr also, and then special summoning, but destroy during the end phase. And Zephyr Pelica never hits the extra deck because we make sure it doesn't go to the extra deck. Okay? Yeah. So that's it for the tamers. For the OG tamers, uh, I shall introduce y'all to the new tamer, Spiritual Beast Tamer Laura. So Laura has been added to the mix. And just like all the other tamers, you can only special summon her once per turn. But the first part, you can discard this card immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Virtual Beast monster from your hand. So that gives you the ability to not use your actual normal summon. It's kind of like a Flawanda Reese thing with Matt. You get an extra normal summon with Matt, and with the Matt, out the Matt, out the Matt. But with the Matt, it gives you an additional normal summon, so you can use that normal summon instead of your actual normal summon. So you can say you have a Pelio and this new Laura in hand. You could pitch the Laura, normal summon the Apelio effect, banish it, and let's continue reading into it. It also has protection. If a ritual beast card or cards you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard instead. So, and I just realized, some of this too, um, because I'm still learning the new stuff. I kind of put it to the back burner a little bit. I had YCS Raleigh, and then wanted to focus on content, trying to get more content out, and now back on a virtual beast grind. Yeah, but as protection built into it for the archetype. So if you have a full board and you want to steeze your opponent and they have two monsters, you can steeds, then chain lore that protects your monsters but destroys your opponent monsters. Then, if this card is banished, you can special summon one ritual beast monster from your deck, except spiritual beast tamer lore. And you can only use each effect of spiritual beast tamer lore once per turn. So this card has three effects in one card. So you can pitch it to immediately normal summon. It has protection built into it, and it's an extender because it banishes to protect. And when it's banished, it special summons. So that's really good for the deck. And that's it for the tamers. We're going to get into the spiritual beast. Okay. First, we're going to start off with spiritual beast Catahawk. Very, very important key part to the combo. And now with the new stuff, Catahawk becomes a one card combo. At first, it used to be a two-card combo. You had to open up Elder and Catahawk in order to get the full combo. So now Catahawk becomes a one-card combo. But the card reads, once per turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your deck face up. During your second standby phase after this effect's activation, add the card banished by this effect to your hand. Now, does this ever come up? Yes, it does. Definitely when the deck first came out, it definitely used to come up. Now, I feel like it probably won't come up because it's a gold sark. Kind of Hawk is a gold sark for the Ritual Beast archetype or strategy, whichever one y'all like to hear. And it is also a thunder. Oh, and that is one thing I also forgot to mention. You see E-Telly in the deck. All the tamers, except for Window, are level 3 or lower and can be special summoned with E-Telly. So if you open Catahawk and E-Telly, that's full combo. If you open Rampingu and E-Telly, that's full combo. Talking about Spiritual Beast Rampingu. Spiritual Beast Rampingu is a beast that reads once per turn. You can banish one Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck and send one Ritual Beast monster with the same type as that monster from your deck to the graveyard. So if you send Catahawk, it's a thunder. Catahawk is a thunder. Uh, Altigaya Pilio is a psychic. Falcos is a psychic. Raitari is a psychic. Gaiapilio is a pyro. Aqua, pyro, thunder, psychic. You get it. And with that, allows you to be able to do the combo loop. Now to continue on, we have Spiritual Beast Pilio. Pilio is is probably, in my opinion, the best card in the deck because besides Cannon Hawk, Apelio is the only other card that gets your Ritual Beast cards in the graveyard banished. So say if you need to banish, say if you have a Ulti Cannon Hawk on board and you need a Tamer that's in your graveyard banished. If you top deck Apelio, you just normal summon Apelio and after every effect, banish, which is cost, and then you can like defuse. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. We're going over the basics right now. So Apelio reads once per turn during either player's turn. You can banish one Ritual Beast card from your graveyard for cost. For the rest of this turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack and defense. And just like all the rest of them, can only be special summoned once per turn. But you can normal summon multiple times. The most times you can normal summon a Pilio is 3 times and gain all Ritual Beast monsters gains 1500 attack. Each time it is normal summon, and all the effects are soft once per turn. Apelio is soft once per turn. Canahawk is soft once per turn. Rampingu is soft once per turn. Wind is soft once per turn. Laura, soft once per turn. So with all of them being a soft once per turn, and if you can keep normal summoning, then yeah, they have to put, some type of restriction on the deck. Then honorable mention, Spiritual Beast Piddlefin, poor little dolphin. It's always been the bad one. Back then, 2000 defense was very big, but Spiritual Beast Piddlefin, once per turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your hand, then target one card your opponent controls for calls, return it to the hand. So it is a compulsory. Now, you probably think, well, why don't you run Pedal Fin? Why don't you run Pedal Fin? It bounces a card your opponent controls to the hand. You know how terrible it is to draw this card? You know how terrible it is to have this card in your opening hand and not be able to do nothing with it? It is terrible. At least in this meta right now, if you open up a one of, it's at least usable. At least 90% of the time that it's usable. Pedal Fin, it's good going second. And then Alti Pedal Fin, I'll go ahead and read it to you. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control and cannot be special summoned by other ways. You do not use polymerization, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Then during either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck, then target two of your banished monsters, one tamer, one spiritual beast, special summon them in defense. And the target the two in banish is cost. So can this dodge imperm? Yes, it can. If your opponent on their turn imperm the ulti pedal fin, you can chain the ulti pedal fin, bounce it back, and then target, and then those get special summon. Good times. Good fun. So that's the honorable mention. I'm gonna go ahead and get those out of the way. I'll get Ulti Apelio out of the way also. Just like the rest of the ulti fusions must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other cards' effects until the end of the damage step. So what that means is Apelio gives each Ritual Beast monster 500 attack. When Ulti Apelio attacks, now Ulti Apelio has to attack. In the damage step, it will go back down to 26 because it is unaffected even by Apelio's effect. So after damage step, it'll go back up to however much attack gain, 5, 5, 10, or 15. Then say you do it on your opponent's turn, you can get it up. You can get Ulti Apelio up to 41, and your opponent is going to have to figure out a way to get over it because it'll stay at 41 because it is not the card attacking you. It is being attacked. So, yeah, let's continue through. Spiritual Beast Bomb. Banish two Ritual Beast monsters you control. Special summon one Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, I was told a little like a while ago, back when the deck first came out, it was fresh. Nobody really knew the rulings. It was ruled that Altigaya Pelio, got the Omni Negate effect. Now, I don't remember the person that told me. They claimed to be a judge. You know, it was a long time ago. It was at an event. I don't know. So that was that. So this whole time I thought it, but it only gets the Omni Negate if it is summoned the proper way. And we will go through that in a little bit. But if you go into the Alticata Hall, the Drago, the Pilio, excuse me, Ultipetal Fin, they all still gain the effect and are able to tag out. And and listen to me now. The new link, the new link 4 says 3 effect monsters. Banish 2 Ritual Beast monsters you control. Special summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, I haven't looked up this ruling, but in the combo videos that I've seen, you can Ritual Beast bond into this monster and still get the effect. So I'm gonna double check on that. I'm definitely gonna double check on that. So I'll have a pinned comment whenever once I find out that ruling. So yeah. Then the next card is Ritual Beast Steeds. If you control a Ritual Beast monster, destroy monsters on the field up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you currently control. So if you have one, two, three, 4 Ritual Beast monsters, which one you have to control a Ritual Beast monster to legally activate this card. You activate it, then if your opponent only has one monster, you control 4 Ritual Beast monsters. So you have to destroy four monsters. So you have to destroy your opponent's one and then three of your own. If you have six and they have three, you have to destroy their three and then three of yours, and so on and so forth. Now, if you have the Delora engrave, you can activate this. Then Chain Link 2, you can do Laura to protect your Ritual Beast monsters and blow your opponent out. You know, it's Black Rose Dragon right there. No, that's Dark Hole right there. Raigeki. So then we have Ritual Beast Ambush. Ritual Beast Ambush was a very good trap card, but it seems like now we just don't need it anymore. The card reads, now this one's good. This one's real good. Back then, oh my god, it used to be so fun in the end phase on your opponent's turn. Target one of your Ritual Beast Tamer monsters and one of your Spiritual Beast monsters that are banished and or in your graveyard. Special summon them in defense. After this card is activated, you cannot special summon monsters except Ritual Beast monsters for the rest of this turn. You can only activate one Ritual Beast Ambush per turn. So, and you're still probably wondering, well, how do you get Ritual Beast monsters in the graveyard? We're definitely getting close. Like Neo said, closer. But back then in your opponent's end phase, if you had the setup, you had the steeds and the ambush set up, you could activate you could activate the steeds with chain ambush, and that could give you two extra bodies. Yeah. Fun times. Fun times. Then we have Ritual Beast Return. Banish one Ritual Beast monster from your hand, then target one of your Ritual Beast monsters that is banished or is in your graveyard for a cost. It's special summon. So say if you need to fix your hand, kind of recycle. Ritual Beast Return is the card to do that. Now on to the new card. Ritual Beast Inheritance. I have been using this card and I absolutely love this card. This card adds so much consistency to the deck now. So much consistency. Monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each different type among the Ritual Beast monsters you control. And you're probably gonna ask, what does that mean? What that means is, for one, if you have all three, it stacks. So they lose 600 or 400, however many you have active on the field. So, say if you have a Paleo Pyro, Wind, Psychic, Rapingu Beast, and Pedofin Aqua, that's four different types. And your opponent loses 200 for each. So listen to me now. Listen to me. If you control one inheritance, they lose two for each. And that was two, four, six, eight. That's 800. Double that, triple that, Yeah, yeah, we're on the same. Yeah. So that's the main cards. You know, very can't wait till June. Battles of Legend, Terminal Revenge, June 16th, June 21st, I believe it comes out. So that's when the new support comes out. Now, on to the Fusion Alta. Now remember, the honorable missions. Alta is the same, one tamer, one spiritual beast. Same must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards. Now, this is where it gets fun. If you're not familiar, Alta was once on the ban list because of how good this card is. Once per turn, you can target two of your banished Ritual Beast cards for costs, return them to the graveyard, and if you do, add one Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. Now, probably you've been asking, how do you get your Ritual Beast cards to the graveyard? Alta is the way you do that. Now the question comes, but if it's a deck that revolves around remove from play and play shifter, how does it how do the cards go to the graveyard? When anything sent to the graveyard gets banished instead. So to go ahead and help clarify that, oh Lord, help. To help y'all clarify that up, Shifter says you can I'll just read the whole card. If you have no cards in your graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard for cost. Until the end of the next turn, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Dimensional Fissure. Any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. While this card is face up on the field, Macrocosmos. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Return them. Those two words. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my chicken out early. Okay. Those two words, return them, does not mean sent. You're not sending them to the graveyard. You're returning them to the graveyard, which means you're just returning them back to where they came from. Simple as that. So if you decide to play Ritual Beast on DB or in real life at your locals or regionals, know this, and you can ask a judge too. You can look it up, but Alti Kenahawk states returning them to the graveyard is not the same as sending them to the graveyard. Then, and remember, let's go back to the honorable mentions. Remember, during either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck. Then target two of your banished monsters, one tamer, one spiritual beast. All, all the fusions have the same effect. So, what does that mean? You say, oh, let me tell you. So you can activate the first effect, the imperm. Oh, you can chain the defuse, and guess what? The fusion is no longer on the field because it returns to the extra deck. And then you target two of your banish, tamer, and spiritual beast monsters to special summon a defense. So it dodges imperm, it dodges Valor. If you do the chain link correctly, it dodges Nib because if you go, say you go chain link one ulti Canahawk to defuse, then you chain link two Nib, chain chain links resolve backwards. Nib will tribute all the monsters on board and then special summon itself. And then Alticana Hawk effects resolves with special summoning Tamer and the Spiritual Beasts. Yeah. So that's where the whole if you ever hear anybody say, "Oh, you trying to play patty cake," that's where the term came from because Elder Canahawk, Elder Rapingu was were the two cards you needed to open when the deck first came out. I mean, it's still good to open either or now, but with the new stuff, what I've been testing, yeah, what I've been seeing, yeah, Ritual Beast shall rise again. Now, we already went over Altigaiapelio a little bit, so let me properly go over it. Just like the rest of the fusions, has to be a Alti monster, which means Alti Canahawk, Alti Drago, Alti Falcos, Tamer, and a Spiritual Beast. And must be special summoned this way by banishing the monsters you control. Then, if it is summoned this way during either player's turn, when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, you banish one Ritual Beast card from your hand, negate the activation. And if you do, destroy it. Not once per turn. So say you get three searches off of Alti Canahawk, then go into Alti Pelio. You have three Omni negates. You have a Omni negate that is not once per turn. Yeah. We went over the honorable mentions. Now let's go into the new, well, not new, but I didn't know Kimu Falcos had existed. That's the reason why I wanted to pick the deck up again because Kimu Falcos. So Kimu Falcos is a Link 2 monster that requires two Ritual Beast monsters. And you ask yourself again, well, how do you get Ritual Beast monsters in the graveyard? Right here. Here's another way. If you're not under shifter, then they're gonna go to the graveyard. If you're under shifter, they're gonna get banished. This card reads, Ritual Beast monsters, this card points to gain 600 attack and defense. So if you're playing a Pelio and you have it under Chemo Falcos, it will keep the 600 gain, but if you attack with it, it will lose it and go back to 26. Other than that, it's just a 3200 beat stick that can tag out. Then you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your graveyard for cost. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Ritual Beast monster from your hand. So throughout this video, we have gone through Elder that can normal summon, Spiritual Beast Tamer Laura that can allow you to normal summon. Yeah. And now Kimu Falcos that allows you to normal summon. So that's three normal summons in one turn. Yeah. Reminds y'all of something, doesn't it? Yeah. This the OG normal summon after normal summon after normal summon. Brain Research Lab allows you to normal summon a psychic monster. Yeah. Then, 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 then we have. I'll go over the Draco Nochi Drago fusion first before we get into the link form. So it takes one tamer and one spiritual beast monster. Now this one this one is different. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards from your field and or graveyard. So something new incorporated. You don't have to control them on the field. You can have two of them in the graveyard and banish to special summon to fusion summon this Ritual Beast fusion monster. And this one's real good. This one's real good. You can only special summon Alti Nochi Drago once per turn. Your opponent cannot target other Ritual Beast monsters you control with card effects. So what does that mean? That means as you're doing your combo and your opponent wants to Veiler or Imperm or target your Ritual Beast monsters, guess what? They can't do it. They have to target this first. They have to burn two cards because of this one card. Then, then, and this is where it gets really, really, really good. Quick effect. You can return this card to the extra deck and target one of your banished Ritual Beast monsters, special summon it, but it cannot attack directly. What do you mean it's that good? What are you saying? So it says, and now keep in mind if you pause and read a lot of these cards, a lot of them have the quotation ritual beast end quote, which means the spiritual beast, because it has ritual beast, it still counts. Ritual beast, ritual beast, ritual beast. So any ritual beast monster that you have banished, you can tag this out, return it to the extra deck, just like the rest of them. Target for calls, special summon it. So say if you properly summon the Ultigaya Pelio, then you get rid of it, and then you want to bring it back because your opponent doesn't think that you can bring it back. You just Drago on your opponent's standby phase because you don't want to play into thrusts. Well, you're still going to play in the thrust, but you just don't play in the talents. And then even still, you'll have the negate. And for the final card, the link for, which is also a generic link for, and it takes 3+ effect monsters, but I really don't see no other deck running this card because this is mainly for ritual beasts. Literally, I mean, the first effect is good. So if this card is on the field before your fifth summon, then you can't get nicked. Neither player can tribute cards to activate a card effect. You can only use each of the following effects of Ritual Beast Ulti Tori once per turn. I wish my scroll thing would calm down. You can target one of your banished Ritual Beast cards for calls, return it to the hand or extra deck. Then, immediately after this card resolves, you can normally summon one Ritual Beast monster from your hand. Elder, New Laura, Kimu Falcos, and now Ritari. And this is on summon. So if this is Spanish, you can return it to hand, normal. Right, Pingu, same thing. And if you saved your Apilio and then special summon it, and it's banished or in the graveyard, and one of these, either if your OG Laura, your Win, or your Zephyr Pelica is banished, you can just grab whichever one you need, depending on where Apelio's at, and then hook. That allows you to continue comboing. Yeah, 8 minutes turns into 12 minutes. Very easy. Then, during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one Ritual Beast card you control and one card your opponent controls. For calls, banish them. Doesn't return them, banishes them. Now, this is good for us because we have Drago to be able to bring it back. Yeah. So Ritual Beast is definitely going to be a contender coming up in June. Y'all be on the lookout for it. Definitely going to be playtesting some more Ritual Beasts. I'm gonna try to get some test partners so we can run some matches. Already got one, and y'all already seen him on the channel. My boy Cam the man. Actually, no, y'all didn't see him. That was that was Icon and Diego. So thank y'all for watching. I really hope this video helped y'all in a way. Um, the the only thing that the deck loses to hard right now is rivalry because they're all different types. Um, rivalry and droll, but you can play crossouts for the droll and call out for the droll. The deck plays through Nib. The deck is no longer affected by Nib. It's no longer affected by Ash. No longer affected by Imperm. So they tell me no. I show them why they're wrong. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a blessed day or blessed night, whatever time it is where you're watching. And until next time, peace.